Dark academia is an aesthetic that has taken over the fashion and lifestyle world, especially in recent years. Inspired by classical literature, Gothic architecture, and the scholarly atmosphere of old universities, it is a blend of intellectualism and mystery. In this video, we're diving into the history, fashion elements, and how to recreate this look with modern pieces. Whether you're drawn to the romanticism of the aesthetic or its cozy vintage charm, I'll help you curate your own dark academia wardrobe. Dark academia emerged from a fascination with academia, literature, and the aesthetics of ancient universities, particularly from the Victorian and Gothic eras. This aesthetic began gaining traction on platforms like Tumblr and Pinterest, inspired by the cultural fascination with elite education and the classical arts. It glorifies scholarly pursuits, particularly in the humanities. Think long days in libraries, studying classical literature, or strolling through ivy-covered campuses. The aesthetic is also deeply intertwined with themes of existentialism, melancholy, and romanticism, capturing the allure of academic life. It rose to popularity online as people began to embrace its layered meanings and its association with intellectual growth and personal development. Dark academia also touches on elements from Romanticism and Gothic literature, drawing influence from works by Oscar Wilde, Virginia Woolf, and Edgar Allan Poe, as well as imagery from old libraries, university campuses, and timeless classics. Clothing in the dark academia aesthetic serves as a symbol of one's immersion in knowledge and the arts. By wearing outfits that echo traditional university attire from the 19th and early 20th centuries, people express their connection to the ideals of academia, classical education, and the intellectual elite. The fashion pieces seen in this aesthetic are often vintage-inspired, with a preference for practicality, comfort, and longevity. Dark academia's embrace of history goes beyond fashion. Every look is part of a broader cultural narrative that reflects timeless values like discipline, curiosity, and refinement. When it comes to fashion, dark academia is rooted in vintage, academic-inspired outfits. You'll often see structured, tailored pieces with a timeless silhouette that evoke a scholarly feel. Here are some essential elements to keep in mind. Blazers and overcoats, a staple in any dark academia wardrobe. Choose wool or tweed materials in muted tones like brown, gray, or dark green. The oversized fit, often with structured shoulders, gives the look an air of scholarly seriousness. Plaid patterns. Plaid and tartan fabrics are a staple, especially for skirts, trousers, and scarves. They provide a sense of timeless academia. Turtlenecks. A perfect layering piece, typically worn under blazers or cardigans. Stick to neutral tones like black, beige, or deep earth hues to keep the palette cohesive. Pleated skirts or trousers. A classic school-inspired piece. Opt for wool or plaid fabrics that add texture and a traditional academic vibe to your look. Oxford shoes, loafers, or brogues. Choose footwear that echoes a refined intellectual vibe, yet remains functional and comfortable for long hours of study. Vests and sweater vests. A key layering piece in colder months, often worn over a button-up shirt or turtleneck. These add a sense of depth and visual interest to the outfit. Button-up shirts, crisp, white or cream-colored. These are great for layering under blazers, vests, or cardigans to evoke a bookish charm. The dark academia color palette is all about earthy, muted tones. Shades like deep browns, mossy greens, charcoal, and burgundy dominate. These tones evoke a sense of old-world elegance, with fabrics that further enhance the style. Tweed, wool, and corduroy are perfect choices for adding texture and warmth to your outfits, while leather accents, like a satchel bag, complete the look. Layering is key to perfecting the dark academia style, especially since it's often associated with autumn and winter seasons. To achieve that sophisticated, intellectual look, try combining pieces like a turtleneck under a wool vest, topped off with a trench coat. The mix of textures, whether it's a wool blazer with corduroy trousers or a knit scarf with leather shoes, creates depth and dimension. Beyond fashion, dark academia is an entire lifestyle aesthetic built around a love for knowledge, particularly in the realms of literature, philosophy, art, and history. Popular interests within this community include reading classic works, writing poetry, studying ancient languages, and visiting museums or historical landmarks. The overall aesthetic is deeply tied to the idea of self-improvement through intellectual pursuits. As you develop your dark academia wardrobe, consider adding books and vintage accessories to complete the vibe, like an old leather-bound journal, vintage fountain pens, or round-frame glasses. Accessories are just as important to this aesthetic as the clothing itself. Vintage-inspired satchels or crossbody bags bring an academic flair and are practical for carrying books or notebooks. Round, gold-rimmed glasses or tortoiseshell frames are a stylish way to embrace the scholarly vibe. Wool scarves in muted tones or plaid patterns are both functional and stylish, adding that extra academic touch to your outerwear. Classic, minimalistic timepieces or antique brooches can also elevate the dark academia look by introducing a vintage, intellectual element. The beauty aspect of dark academia is subtle, with a natural yet polished feel. Hairstyles often feature loose waves or messy buns, giving an effortlessly put-together look. Makeup is generally minimal with neutral tones, a soft, matte complexion, light contouring, and muted eyeshadows. Dark academia isn't just about how you dress, it's also about how you live. This aesthetic encourages intellectual curiosity, a love for art, philosophy, and literature. Classics like The Picture of Dorian Gray, Wuthering Heights, and Frankenstein often serve as inspiration. The lifestyle promotes candlelit evenings spent reading, handwritten letters, and a general appreciation for the romanticism of academia. It's about surrounding yourself with knowledge, whether that's through reading or exploring art, architecture, and history. Here are some dark academia-inspired outfit ideas to get you started. Dark academia is more than just fashion. It's a way of embracing knowledge, history, and personal growth through a unique and thoughtful style. Whether you're dressing up for a study session at a coffee shop, strolling through a museum, or preparing for autumn, these outfit ideas can help you channel the timeless, intellectual essence of dark academia. With its timeless pieces, muted color palette, and thoughtful layering, this aesthetic can easily become part of your everyday wardrobe. What's your favorite piece of dark academia clothing? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fashion inspiration. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.